Hey everyone, my name's English Harper with Information and Assistance with the Department of Aging and Disability. Just wanted to check in, let everyone know I miss them, and I genuinely can't wait to see everybody again. Excuse the scruff, haven't seen the barber in a while, but again, I just wanted to check in and say hello. I hope everyone's staying safe, and I can't wait to see you all.
Hi, I'm Chef Carla Hall, and I'm here with
Ashton.
Ashton was telling me that he is trying to make healthier choices at school. And so, Ashton, what are some of the things that you like at school?
Well, I really like the veggie quesadillas and the chicken stir fry that they have at my school.
Oh, that sounds so good. So do you cook at home?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah?
I have 4 siblings, so I have to cook for them a lot.
Oh my gosh, so what would you say if I am going to show you something that is healthy for you to make for yourself and your siblings?
That sounds delicious.
All right, so I'm going to show Ashton how to make a stuffed bell pepper. You can use any kind of peppers, and then one of the things that the schools use are fresh ingredients, local produce, because it's fresher and it's also cheaper. So in this recipe, we have 5 peppers, but I want to show you the secret to actually cutting the tops off the peppers. So when I take my knife, I just cut through the flesh. I don't go all the way to the seeds. So there's that little hat, and actually I may have you do this. Stick your thumb in there and just lift the entire thing out open. Look at that. See, all of your seeds are right here. So then what we're gonna do is just pick out these ribs like that, and then it's ready. See?
Yep.
Easy peasy. And then what I'm gonna do here is actually cut out the seeds because we're gonna need this lid to put on our peppers. So we're gonna do that to all of them. Ashton and I working together, we got all of the peppers done in little to no time. So now they're all ready for us. The next step we're gonna do is actually mix our filling. And here I have a pound of lean ground beef. And then what we're gonna do is take 3/4 cup of brown rice. And will you mix this for me?
Sure.
So that goes in there. It is uncooked brown rice right into the bowl. And then we have our 1/2 can of low sodium tomatoes diced. That goes into the bowl. So mix that up really well. And now here comes the fun part, all of the seasonings and the things that make this dish really delicious. So we have 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. That goes in. That's gonna add a little bit of acid. Now Ashton, this may surprise you, but I want you to smell this. Do you know that?
Allspice.
Yes. So you have a 1/4 teaspoon of the allspice, and then smell this.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, exactly.
Yeah, I bake a lot, so I use that a lot.
So we have a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is gonna really make this dish feel like you are traveling. And then a little bit of black pepper. So that goes in there. So mix all of that up. It's already starting to look really good. All right, so let's start filling the peppers. Perfect, we fill them right to the top, and it's just enough for our 5 peppers. And then that goes into the pot. Now what I'm gonna have you do is pour some water in. We want about 1 inch of water. This is gonna help our peppers cook. So we're gonna put the lid on these, and then we're gonna take it to the stove, cook it on medium for 30 to 40 minutes. Ashton, it's time.
Oh, delicious.
That's the thing about cooking together. You have to wait, all those smells. All right, so the moment of truth. Oh. Okay, so let's taste our handiwork. Right? You taste that allspice?
Cinnamon.
Yes.
We made something delicious.
Delicious and healthy. All right, if you want to do more of this like we've just done, check out USDA's What's Cooking website. And I hope you're inspired, and I hope you're also inspired to go to the farmer's market and to eat seasonally.
Hi, I'm Chef Amy. Today I'm going to show you some quick ideas for healthy breakfasts or snacks using low-fat yogurt and a variety of fruit. These dishes are packed with calcium, protein, and nutrients, and they taste great too. First, let's make our smoothie. I'm going to start by adding 2 cups of fresh papaya chunks into my blender. I'm using fresh, but frozen is a great option as well. You could also use fresh or frozen, no sugar added strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, or whatever else is in season at your local farmer's market instead of or in addition to the papaya. Next, I'm going to add 2 very ripe bananas and a cup of plain low-fat yogurt and a cup of ice. We'll blend these for 30 seconds or up to a minute, just pureed until smooth. So here we have our smooth and creamy breakfast smoothie to enjoy right away. Cheers! Now, with some of the same ingredients, I'm going to go ahead and make a delicious breakfast parfait. I'm going to start by layering in some fresh pineapple chunks. You could also use frozen or canned if you like. Then on top of those, I'll scatter some fresh strawberries and blueberries. Keep in mind that you can also use frozen, and blackberries and raspberries are delicious as well. Then on top, I'll spread about a cup of low-fat French vanilla yogurt. I'll top that with a sliced ripe banana and sprinkle some raisins on top. So there you have it, 2 quick, healthy, and delicious ideas to get you out the door each morning and keep you going all day long. For these recipes and more, visit the What's Cooking USDA Mixing Bowl website. Enjoy! Hi, I'm Chef Amy, and today we're making carne adobada, a traditional Latin pork dish. This recipe is simple to make, budget-friendly, and incredibly flavorful. So let's get started. Start by slicing 3 pounds of pork into thick strips and set them aside. Then mix red chili puree, oregano, salt, and crushed garlic. If you don't have red chili puree, you could use 12 tablespoons of chili powder mixed into 2 cups of water instead. Now add the sliced pork to the chili mixture and mix thoroughly to coat the pork. Cover and refrigerate for 24 hours to let the meat absorb all the great flavors. After it's done marinating, pull the pork out of the sauce and cut it into cubes. Now that I've washed off my hands, I'm going to heat a small amount of oil in a saucepan over high heat and add the pork cubes. Turn the cubes until they're browned on all sides. Reduce the heat to low and add the chili sauce back in. Simmer on low heat for 1 hour, stirring occasionally. And that's it! You can serve this dish over brown rice and with a side salad to round out the meal. For other delicious and nutritious recipes, check out the USDA's What's Cooking website. Hi, I'm Chef Amy, and today I'm making a rich and creamy pasta dish that's surprisingly healthy. It'll impress all of your friends at a dinner party, but your kids will love it too. It's like macaroni and cheese got a makeover. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Bring 2 pots of water to a boil. To one, add 3 cups of whole wheat pasta. Cook for 8 to 10 minutes or until it's slightly tender. It'll still cook a little bit more when we put it in the oven. To the other, add 2 cups of broccoli and cook for about 5 minutes. You can use frozen broccoli instead. Just follow the instructions on the package for cooking time. When the pasta and the broccoli are done cooking, drain them both and toss them each with a ½ teaspoon of granulated garlic or about a ¼ teaspoon of garlic powder. In a casserole dish coated with cooking spray, combine the pasta, the broccoli, and a cup of pre-cooked chicken and mix well. Then, in a mixing bowl, combine fat-free half and half and a tablespoon of flour. Use a whisk or fork to break up any lumps. Now, heat a skillet to medium-high. Then mix together the low-sodium chicken broth, salt, and pepper, and another cup of fat-free half and half. Now stir in the flour and half mixture and bring it to a boil. Reduce the heat to low and continue stirring for about 5 minutes as the sauce thickens. Add a ½ cup each of shredded low-fat mozzarella and cheddar cheese and stir until they melt. Remove the sauce from the heat and pour it over the pasta. Now, cover and place in a preheated oven for about 5 minutes. Now we're done baking. See how delicious this looks, and it smells great too. This recipe and many more are available on USDA's What's Cooking website. Enjoy! During a busy work week, it's always great to have some go-to, easy, quick recipes that can be made in a snap. Today we're making our version of Mexican pizzas, which are quick, delicious, and nutritious. Hi, I'm Chef Amy, and today we're making Eagle pizzas. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we're going to prep all the different ingredients. Chop and combine about a handful each of fresh spinach and lettuce in a bowl. Then shred a cup of carrots. Next, we'll combine canned, low-sodium, fat-free, refried beans with a salt-free seasoning blend, either chili lime or taco flavored. We can set this aside as well. Lastly, let's coat a small skillet with non-stick cooking spray and saute some diced green peppers, onions, and some canned corn for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now it's time to make our little pizzas. Let's place a 1/4 cup of the beans on each tostada shell and spread it around using the back of our spoon. Then we'll top each with a 1/3 cup of the sauteed veggies and a tablespoon of reduced fat shredded cheese. Now we can place the tostadas on a large baking sheet and bake them until the cheese is melted, just about 2 minutes. Now that the cheese is melted and the tostadas are out of the oven, we can go ahead and top each one with our spinach, lettuce, and shredded carrot mixture. These are delicious served with salsa and fat-free sour cream. And there you have it, a quick and easy meal that's sure to please. For this recipe and more, visit the USDA's What's Cooking website. Hi, I'm Chef Amy. Today I'm making a recipe that's sure to please. Sauteed cod with a tomato and spinach sauce. It looks and tastes like a gourmet specialty, but it's actually really simple. Even a beginner can pull it off. This recipe is naturally gluten, dairy, and soy-free. It's a great choice for someone with food sensitivities. Let's start by heating our skillet over high heat. Once it's hot, we're going to drizzle a little bit of vegetable oil into the skillet. Next, we'll add a pound of fish to the hot oil and cook it for approximately 5 minutes per side. Fish is a great source of protein and a tasty way to add some variety to your diet. I'm using cod, but you can also use this recipe with other types of white fish like halibut or flounder. Once it's deeply browned, remove the fish onto a plate and cover. Reduce the heat to medium and add another drizzle of olive oil and the chopped onion and garlic. We'll cook these for about 7 minutes. Now add 2 cups of low-sodium diced tomatoes and a half a cup of water. We'll cook this for about 10 minutes or until the sauce thickens and turns a nice orange color. Finally, we'll return the fish to the skillet and cover with 2 cups of frozen spinach and a half cup of chopped olives. We'll cook these covered for about 2 minutes until the spinach is steamed. Now we're ready to serve. Feel free to use fresh tomatoes or spinach in place of canned or frozen, especially when they're in season at your local farmer's market. To find this recipe and other easy, healthy dishes, visit the What's Cooking USDA Mixing Bowl website. Bon appetit!
Start your morning off right by making small changes at breakfast. Does your typical breakfast look like this? Try a simple switch. Do this one time and save 650 milligrams of sodium. Do this every day for a year and save over 200,000 milligrams. Or maybe you normally grab something like this. Try switching to something like this. Do this one time and save 7 grams of saturated fat. Do this every day for a year and save over 2,500 grams. Small changes can really add up. Share your wins using hashtag #MyPlateMyWins.
Being prepared for an emergency means thinking about the needs of all the members of your family, including pets. Take a few minutes to check out the information on ready.gov, specifically addressing tips and tools for pet owners. As you put together supplies for your family's emergency kit, be sure to think about the well-being of your pets. Include food, water, and medicine to sustain your pets for at least 3 days. Visit ready.gov for a complete list of suggested items, along with recommendations for how to prepare an emergency plan that includes your pets. Remember that pet food and medicines can spoil, so check your kit regularly to make sure everything in it is still fresh. In the case of an emergency, you may be able to stay in your home, or you may have to evacuate. It's important to have a plan for either situation. If your family and pets have to wait out a storm or other disaster at home, identify a safe area of your home where you can all stay together. Put your emergency supplies in that room ahead of time, including your pet's crate and supplies.
The single most important thing you can do to keep your pets safe is to take them with you if you have to evacuate during a disaster. Oftentimes people think their pets will be more comfortable or somehow safer at home. This is not the case. We've seen so many situations where people think they're going to be gone for a couple of hours and then you are not allowed to go back to your home for days or sometimes even weeks. What's going to happen to your pet if you leave them behind?
Consider checking with your local animal shelter or emergency management office to determine if a pet-friendly emergency shelter will be set up near your location. Many emergency shelters only allow service animals, so advanced planning is key. Make a list of boarding facilities and veterinary offices that might be able to shelter animals in disaster emergencies. Include 24-hour telephone numbers. Another way pet owners can be prepared is by developing a buddy system.
With a buddy system, what you're doing is you're making arrangements with your neighbors and friends to, in case of a disaster, that you'll take care of each other's pets. So if you're not available to get your pet from your house, one of your buddies will be able to go into the house and get your pet.
A Pet Inside sticker is an effective tool for alerting first responders that there are pets inside your home. Your pet should be wearing up-to-date identification at all times.
It's extremely important that your pets are identifiable. So you want to make sure that all your pets have collars, and on those collars you want to have tags that have your name, your address, your cell phone number is extremely important.
It may also be helpful to put the phone number of an out-of-town relative on there, just in case you're not able to be reached in the event of a disaster.
Microchipping is a particularly effective way to identify pets separated from their owners in an emergency.
Getting your pet microchipped is really crucial to keeping them safe in a disaster situation. A microchip is a small device that can be implanted painlessly under your pet's skin, and it can be very inexpensive as well. If you're separated from your pet in a disaster situation, they might lose their collar and they might be taken to a shelter that's far away from where you live. At one of these temporary shelters, it would be very easy to swipe a scanner over your pet's microchip and all of your contact information will pop up, making it much more likely for you to reunite with your pet.
There are many things to consider when preparing your family for an emergency. By taking the time to also consider the needs of your pets, you can have the peace of mind knowing that even the smallest members of your family will be ready.
After seeing many sad situations where people left their animals behind, it's really wonderful to see people making pets an integral part of their disaster planning process.
With a little bit of planning, you can make a big difference and you can keep everybody, including your pets, safe.
Check out the information for pet owners on ready.gov and get started preparing today.